I'm sweating over here. I'm not sure who's all here. I do know Panda's live right now. I didn't know that when I scheduled this. I scheduled around a couple other things, so. Whew. So, we'll wait a little bit here. This is what we're going to be working on. I got good news and I got bad news. So, I got those in place, and I actually have them plugged up or pushed up against the wall. So, I know I posted on Twitter that just a picture of the back. So I have them cut out and installed properly. So, okay. Oh. Sadie, how you doing? Moist? Well, I'm very warm and moist, Patrick. It's hot. Not too hot. It's like 85 or something. But it's so humid. We had rain last night. We have more rain coming tonight. It's just so humid. And I had to dress up all nice today. So I had a couple appointments this morning. So I'm not usually in my shorts and a crappy t-shirt where I can sweat through everything. You've got a lot done. Yes, thank you. We got a lot done. And actually had some bad news, which I'll explain here a little bit, but we got a lot done. Got a bunch of switches up, got a lot of the wiring done, we got the internet in, we got power's good. I mean, you know, I've pretty much done most of the walls for the hot and cold, the foam walls in the back. I have this pretty much done up. I had to put foam along the top. This other side over here, we had to angle it, so I have that pretty much done. I gotta clean it up a little bit, but it's done. Like it's doing what it's supposed to. If I didn't have my appointments this morning, I was trying to get a lot more work done. That I had to get all nice, and so I can't get more dirty. It means coming your way, yeah. Well, it's kind of a weird storm because it's not just going west to east. It's actually there was a little storm last night, and then I don't know. It's just like staying on top of each other. Woohoo, power! Yeah, we got power. So, we're not able to turn everything on. He's got to do some more checking, but he had checked these 4 PDUs. But yeah, so I'll go through what issues I have. So what ended up happening, so I posted a picture of this, plugged in and running. Okay, so my business partner sent that to me last night to show that the power is on. Great, awesome. He finished hooking up switches. We got kind of the main switch that comes in, okay, and then we have these 4 switches here for these first 4 PDUs. Those are up and running. They're hooked up, and we're running more wires. We still got to do the rest, but the idea is we got these first 4 up and going, okay. And so like this one I have the wires into. He was working on those, so I didn't get them in, but to where we can start plugging stuff in, cleaning it up, making sure it looks good. So he sent me the picture of having one of the ASICs plugged in and power on and so forth. So I'm thinking, awesome, let's do this. So I came in this morning, I wanted to test it, I want to get it up and running, and then turn it off and then wait for you guys for the live. Well, it turns on just fine, and I'll show you that in a second. The problem is my internet is not working anymore. Okay, so I've been trying to get internet going all morning, and it's nothing to do with the router. It's nothing to do with the switches. It's actually internet coming to the office. So I do not have internet at this moment. So my business partner, who ran the coaxial from the not directly from the street, but close, like right where it hits this building here, and he split it off, and he's gonna run it over to us. He's gonna have to swing out later and see if the wire got cut, or if it's just because it's hot, or underwater, or whatever. We got to figure out what's going on. So as of now, I do not have internet, so I'm ticked because everything else is good. I wanted to actually be able to turn these ASICs on, log into the router and get go into this and mess with brains, mess with Lex, whatever. We'll just do something fun. But I do not have any internet, so not too happy about that. Yep, backwards. Someone actually said that too. And we know the signal is going to be lower, but I mean, it was running just fine the other day. So I had pretty good upload speed, like better than I have at my house. So I was a little surprised that I'm having issues, but I'm not sure. Maybe we get up there and it's pretty obvious, or what. So yeah, it was a coaxial. We ran it. And we did my business partner got up there, and he did a splitter, and then it was like 300 feet to the office. So because to get like our own direct line from the street is thousands and thousands of dollars. So we're just gonna run it across the roof of the building and get it over here. So but okay, so the cool part is, I mean, we're close, and that's something that can be fixed. The internet's not a big thing. Yes, we need it, but this is why we do this now, guys. The reason why I'm doing this right now is because I want to have these issues now, so they're all ironed out. By the time I turn on, we're good to go. So I was just, a little upset that it's not done, but it's fine. We're gonna have issues. If I do all this and not have a single problem, that's a miracle. That's not unheard of. Yeah, it's UV rated. Yep. He's got some good stuff. Yeah, splitters are bad. I know, but it was the only way to get a line to us. So I don't know. We'll see what he finds when he comes out here. So okay, I want to hear the brr. Okay, so I'm going to show you the backside first. So I took actually, let me show this. So I have these. I have this. Okay, so that's like a little template. Okay, and I have the knife. So just stick it in there, cut. And actually what I did is I drew the outline with the marker, and then I cut afterwards. And so, I mean, you can see they're nice and snug, just like they're supposed to. I had discussions with a couple different people on, do we just cut out the fans, or do we cut out the back of the PSU? And it's not a perfect answer, because it makes sense to cut out the back of the PSU, but then there's a lot of big companies that don't, because of like heat soaking and some other issues. So I just decided not to. So we'll see what happens. I can always add it later. I'd rather cut a smaller hole and then make it bigger. But yeah, so this worked perfectly. So that's how I did that. So let's walk around the back, and then we'll come out here and we'll get it turned on. At least you can hear it. Yeah, it was working a couple days ago, for sure. It was. ASICs in the container. Yeah, so these are just two old ASICs of mine. So this is what it looks in the backside. Yep, so, perfect, nice and snug. No air is really gonna get through there. About as good as it's gonna get. I still have to clean up, close up the bottom. That was one of my plans, but like I said, I got busy today. Actually, here's this wall. So I gotta, if you guys can see that. So we're gonna have the air get directed out. So I just gotta clean up the bottom, clean up the top a little bit. But yeah, so then that'll be that side. This side we're gonna leave open. We'll have something, in there, but something we can remove, so we can actually get back here if we need to. If we need to get behind the foam and inside the grate. So yeah, I called the internet company, and they can't see the modem on their end. That's why I think it's a wire thing. They just couldn't see it. We'll go back in there later and see if it's on. But let's flip this on. Everyone's coming here to hear the sound. So we with the PDUs, we still have to. We're gonna label them. We're actually gonna color code for the phases. We're gonna label them. So then it'll be like cut and dry exactly which switch goes to what. We had to do a little bit of testing. So the idea is there's 30 switches, or 30 C20 ports, and then there's 30 slots on this PDU. 15 on the left side, 15 on the right side. Okay. Now we're gonna start at the bottom. So the bottom two is the two on the left. Then the next two is two on the right, and it works our way up. Okay. So we figured out buttons are left to right. So the left one's the bottom, right one's the top. But we're gonna have this color coded. We're gonna have, you know, the label of what shelf it's going to, and the label next to the switch. We're gonna have this all, you know, perfect and clean. We just haven't got there. Like I said, a bunch of little stuff we have to do. So we'll get this turned on here. Turn off for 15 minutes. I've turned it off for like, you know, 5 seconds or so. I'll go turn off when we go in there. So let's turn these on, and then we'll go in the office. I'm sweating no matter where I go, so we'll go. So let's flip this top one on. And flip this other one on. Has to be at 15 to 30 minutes. It's not you, it's the provider. I agree. Backwards. I know. Great sound. It'll cool down here because it can't mine because there's no internet connection here. So it's seeing the switches. You can see it has both lights on. You know, so it's seeing the switches and stuff, but it's not getting any signal. So, and I did double check the switch, check that switch, and I even bypassed the router inside, and it wasn't working. So, all right, let's go back in the office and see. But yeah, we can turn on. Actually, I left those on for like a couple hours, really. Like, so it's just, you know, at some point we get everything up and running. We'll throw them on for a day or two overnight, see how things go, because I can check them through Foreman, see what temperatures are and stuff. And so, I don't know if you guys saw the exhaust fan. It's pretty much perfect. So, all right. So, we'll unplug it. So this is still not working. I just know by these lights, so it's still not working. So I'm gonna put my phone down here, and I'm gonna unplug this backwards, like you said. So how do I do this? I can set it up like that. Kind of. I'm all sweaty today, guys. Sorry. Hot, and I had to look all nice. So, get this unplugged. Time, and we'll come back in 15 minutes backwards. What is that? What do you mean, what is that? That's the modem. The routers. This is just your switch. And right here. I gotta clean this up a little bit. Some of the wires are a little short. I gotta clean this up. It actually gets a little hot over there, so I need to move everything kind of over on this side. But yeah, the shelf itself is nice. So my partner did good. He hooked it into that and screwed it down. It's CUDA, I think it is. Yeah, Hitron CUDA. CODA. It's just their default model. So they have other models, but the other models have like Wi-Fi and stuff and router stuff built in. I didn't want that, obviously. So actually, they're still screaming over there. The ASICs are. So yeah, I don't know what else to show. Like I said, I was a little disappointed. I want to get this up and going. It'd be nice to have all these filled up at some point here. Is it provided from them? No, I bought that one. It's on their list though. I'm not paying 15 bucks a month for to rent a modem you can buy for $100. Yeah. Oop, there we go. Finally quit spinning. Now they're all in sit and hold mode. I do need to go through. We're going to turn off all the switches, or the buttons on all the PDUs, the on-off switches, because just to be safe, have them all off, and then only turn them on once everything's plugged in and ready to go. So I know I got to go do that. But yeah, I was excited to try this, but I didn't know Panda was going to be on. I didn't know my internet was not going to work, so I don't have too much more for you guys. You know, we're getting a bunch of little work done. Now it's kind of the fun stuff, getting some switches up, getting the cables routed, finishing up the walls. But it's kind of nice to actually be able to turn stuff on. I wanted to see Foreman. I wanted to see the router and just, you know, get them up and going. I mean, heck, we would have messed with. I think these have brains on them. We could have messed with brains. We could have turned on LuxOS, put LuxOS on them. You know, we could have messed with that kind of stuff. But I don't have much more for you guys. Set up the SDN. Be honest, backwards, I don't have much set up. I just I pretty much did the router. I went in there and changed the DHCP, so it can fill up you know, over 400 ASICs. I was not going to do static IPs, because with Foreman you can actually make it so it doesn't matter. But no, I haven't set up the Amada program or anything. But like I said, I took out the router. It has nothing to do with the router. It's on the modem. The modem's not getting the signal. So I took the router out of the equation and it still wasn't working. And I had the router there before when it was working. So we are at 4 minutes. And then we'll go back in there. So we're up to 10 people. Thank you guys for checking this out. I know, like I said, I'm competing with Panda. You can't really compete with Panda when it comes to YouTube. So I appreciate you guys checking out. I grabbed some foam when I was cleaning up the foam at the very top of the shelves. But yeah, we're getting there. Actually, it's no longer sunny out, which is good. It's cooling down a little bit. But yeah, that's how it's gonna look. And how you doing, Decode One? One of the issues we ran into, it's an issue, but it's not that big of an issue. So we bought these splitters, okay, to go to the dual C13s. Now, for on this side, the next ASIC sitting right here, but the power plug-in's right here, so this should work, no problem. The problem we have is if I have another one sitting right here, the power plug-in's over here, and that wire will not meet. So I did buy an extension, more or less, just a 1 foot from C20 to C19, so then this can plug into it. But I also know that all the new S21s and L9s and all that have the different plugins. So I'm actually gonna be doing where I plug S21s and stuff in this second slot over, because this will be the same issue no matter where we put it. It'll always be right here. You know, the second spot will be the farthest. So I know that's a little issue I have, but the bonus is we just got 2 foot cords, and then we got extension cords instead of getting some 2 foot, some 3 foot, and so forth, and having a bunch of extra. So because this will look pretty clean, because Ethernet's all organized. Okay, so that's all nice and organized. These 2 go up to the row above it, and then we'll just have just the powers coming over, so it won't be a bunch of cords hanging around. So it'll be very clean looking right here on the shelf. So that's the reason for it. But that is an issue I have, where just this, you know, unless I get some 3 foots, this just doesn't quite fit. And it'll be a nice tight fit to get to this one. So should still do it, but it'll just be tight. So we're up to 16 people here. We are at 7 minutes. Yep. So we'll go back in there and 7 minutes backwards. We'll see if it kicks back on then. Yeah, we did some cleaning. I did some caulking. So if you look at because I sent that picture of me doing waterproofing. So I was on top of the container. I was also on top of the office. and I don't know if you guys can see it, and I can't zoom in, but I siliconed every single screw on the roof of that thing, on the ceiling, because it was leaking. Not bad, but it was dripping into the office in the middle. It was mostly on the left side, kind of in that area. So I re-siliconed every screw. So that was, I think we're gonna have rain tonight, so we'll be able to test it. Pretty good rain, hopefully, or hopefully not, but I think it's gonna be pretty good rain. But yeah, that was the container is actually really good. The container doesn't leak. I mean, we got this wall up. Like, the container's fine. Like, I'm not worried about rain in here at all. But it was just, you know, the office needed to be a little bit more watertight. So, and I knew when we bought that thing, we're gonna have to silicone the crap out of it, just because it's a cheaper little shed office. So yeah, all these new people checking out. We have ASICs. My internet's out. Okay, so I had internet a couple days ago, and for whatever reason, the internet's not working right now, which is just, it's part of just the setup process. It's not something that's gonna be long term. It's just, it worked a couple days ago, and then today it's not. So we're gonna check the wire and see because we got it run, and just see what's up with the wire. So that's not, you know, that's why we have these days where we get everything going and everything set up now and then test it. So I was hoping to do more, plug into this and set up. As you can see, the power is going good. We're gonna, on the PDUs and stuff, we're gonna color code a bunch of stuff for the different phases, and we're gonna color code or label all the outlets. Here's all the switches getting ready to get plugged in. So got a lot of work going on that still needs to be done, and we'll get there when we get there. So today was just kind of a testing day. So I'll flip these off. Actually, I hit the wrong ones there. I meant to do it the other way. There we go. I accidentally turned the other ones on. Too busy talking, thinking, instead of looking what I was doing. So those are off. Okay. So let's go back in the office here. We'll plug in this internet, see if it's back working again. Do backwards idea of unplugging it for a while and then plugging it back in. Mining food with that bad boy? No. Unless you're talking about corn. I know that's been some moniker people use. So I need to set myself back up here. When you plug the modem, just plug in that and turn off your router until the modem boots up. Wait 10 minutes on the router. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna unplug the router. Plug this back in. Okay. So what we get here. I don't have my lights on in here because it's plenty hot. I don't need to turn the lights on. I have Ubuntu set, that kind of stuff. Get it set up and get it hooked up and running and so forth. Okay, modem still. We'll have to on the intake. We're gonna make that so we can make it go up and down. But yeah, it's still plenty hot in here. Only so much you can do. So, if any new people are checking out, I turned on ASICs. We got power. My internet actually isn't working. It was working a couple days ago, and went to check it today. It's not working. So we're just doing a little troubleshooting on that. But the ASICs we actually had up on the shelf running. So that was, it was good. So these first 4 PDUs are up and running, and so we actually had these 2 ASICs up and going. So they're ready to go. The switches are installed. So we got these first 4 switches done. So the first 4 PDUs are done. We got the main switch in, running some more wire to the other ones and so forth, but we wanted to get the first 4 in so we can do some testing and make sure everything's lined up. So I wanted to do some more software testing on this side. So let's see here if this modem's kicked on yet or not. So I'm guessing this last one's gonna turn on, and that's still blinking, so I don't think it's working. So actually this one won't turn on because I have the router unplugged. So unless these 2 middle ones turn on, we'll see. So yeah, that's what we got for today. It was not the original plan. I wanted to actually turn some ASICs on and mess with some stuff, but we'll have to just do that another day next week, not the end of the world. That's why we get here early and get this set up and do all these testing, test stuff out, make sure everything's going like it's supposed to. So I just wanted to share it with you guys, but I was hoping working here, and then we'll get out of here. I'm sweating in this. Even though the exhaust fan's running, it's not moving enough air. There we go. I made this a little tighter, so now I get a real good breeze here. So yeah, I don't think it's going to work backwards. I think it's, like I said, I think it's still something, wire or something, but it worked just fine the other day. We were getting, pretty good speed results. Nothing great, but we weren't buying the expensive stuff because we don't need it. So yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. So anyone got any questions on anything? Anything with the container? Any questions on, power or switches or hosting or whatever? As we get back in here, gotta get some filters up at some point. How hot is it in there also? It's pretty warm in there, buddy. And where that modem sits up in that top corner, it's pretty warm. So maybe that's got something. Like I said, I wanted to move it to where it was over on the side. So I would say it's all of 100 degrees in there probably, because it's warm out. And yeah. Okay. Get a USB fan. Yeah, I think I need to move it. I want to get it out of that corner, up on that shelf, but move it to the left, so it's a little bit more in the open area. Yeah, in the winter it'd be perfect up there because it's cold, but then it keeps itself warm in that corner. But in the summer it's pretty hot. So we got outlets up there and stuff, so I can put some kind of fan on it. But okay, so I thank you, Roberto. Nice place. Thank you. A lot of work, but we're getting there. As you can see, like, we're almost done with the wires and like the power. Like it's getting there. I look forward to the day where I'm plugging in, the first 70, 100, 150 ASICs first day. I'm looking forward to that. That'd be a good, fun problem and day to have. So we're getting there one step at a time. Our date to turn on still looking like July 8th. That's still our original date. There's nothing that says we can't hit that. And yeah, so I am going to let you guys go. I'm going to lock up here, and I wish this live would have been a little bit longer. I wish I could have been testing this, but that's when you're building something new, you can always have issues. But the power is up and going. All that's perfect. So that's all, good and happy, and it's we're getting there. Switches look good. They're doing what they're supposed to. It's just we didn't have any power to feed them. So I appreciate you guys checking this out. If you have questions, contact me at contact@iowamining.io. Again, we're going to be hosting here, start July 8th, and I'm going to, have ASICs, all the big boy ASICs, and yeah. One last thing here. Everyone's saying that, remember, I'm 277 here for the power. These are default J Pros, and they got the default power supply on them. Okay, so that's the 12, 12, 15, and this is the version B. Okay, there it is. They work, no problem. So I know that some people they're thinking not. It says 240 on them, but they work no problem on 277. So, so yeah, call them again. Okay. Thanks backwards. Yeah, thanks 20 GPU. Somnith Savali, happy birthday Bitcoin. Yeah, Sadie. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so thanks guys. Thanks for checking it out. I'll keep working on my end, and hopefully next week I'll do another live where we're actually turning on stuff and actually messing with some ASICs. So hope you guys have a great weekend. See you guys later.